5 yoga poses you need to know. These are good ones to learn as you build a regular yoga practice. Move slowly through each pose, remembering to breathe as you move. Pause after any pose you find challenging, especially if you are short of breath, and start again when your breathing returns to normal. The idea is to hold each pose for a few slow breaths before moving on to the next one. Number 1. Child's Pose. This calming pose is a good default pause position. You can use Child's Pose to rest and refocus before continuing to your next pose. It gently stretches your lower back, hips, thighs, knees, and ankles, and relaxes your spine, shoulders, and neck. Skip it if you have knee injuries or ankle problems. Avoid also if you have high blood pressure or are pregnant. You can place a rolled towel under your ankles if they are uncomfortable. Be mindful. Focus on relaxing the muscles of the spine and lower back as you breathe. Number 2. Downward Facing Dog. Downward Facing Dog strengthens the arms, shoulders, and back, while stretching the hamstrings, calves, and arches of your feet. It can also help relieve back pain. Skip it. This pose is not recommended if you have carpal tunnel syndrome or other risk problems, have high blood pressure, or in the late stages of pregnancy. Modify. You can do the pose with your elbows on the ground, which takes the weight off your wrists. Be mindful. Focus on distributing the weight evenly through your palms and lifting your hips up and back, away from your shoulders. Number 3. Plank Pose. A commonly seen exercise, plank helps build strength in the core, shoulders, arms, and legs. Do it. Plank pose is good if you're looking to tone your abs and build strength in your upper body. Skip it. Avoid plank pose if you suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome. Be mindful. As you do a plank, imagine the back of your neck and spine lengthening. Number 4. Four-limbed staff pose. This push-up variation follows plank pose in a common yoga sequence known as the sun salutation. It's a good pose to learn if you want to eventually work on more advanced poses such as arm balances or inversions. Do it. Like plank, this pose strengthens arms and wrists and tones the abdomen. Be mindful. Press your palms evenly into the floor and lift your shoulders away from the floor as you hold this pose. Number 5. Cobra Pose. This back-bending pose can help strengthen the back muscles, increase spinal flexibility, and stretches the chest, shoulders, and abdomen. Do it. This pose is great for strengthening the back. Skip it. If you have arthritis in your spine or neck, a low back injury, or carpal tunnel syndrome. Be mindful. Try to keep your navel drawing up away from the floor as you hold this pose. Don't forget to like and subscribe.